Hi crafters, it's Chloe from Chloe's Creative Cards and I am back with another fabulous project to show you using our brand new wedding collection. So this one we're going to be using the wedding arch and I'm going to show you how to paper piece in these different pieces onto the design and how to create this beautiful arch image. As always, all of the materials that I'm using are listed in the description below, so please do have a little look in there. And of course, you can buy any of the products on our website online at www.chloescreativecards.co.uk. Okay then, so we're going to dive on in and get started. I'm going to show you first with this one how to build up the background, okay? Because then we can kind of build the elements up on top of there. So I'm starting off with an 8x8 card blank and a piece of our crystal white pearl card, which I've trimmed to about 7 3/4 inches square, just so that fits on the front. I've then taken one of our beautiful foiled papers from the wedding paper pad and I've cut that down to about 7.5 inches square, and we're going to mat those two together. So I'm going to take my all-purpose glue and just pop this onto the back of my beautiful foiled paper. I'm going to stick these two together like so. Okay, what we're then going to do is take our Crystal Crush glitter, which is a gorgeous kind of silvery white glitter, perfect for doing your edges as it's a nice fine one. And I'm going to take my chisel tip blue pen and just drag it along the edge. Like so. So these are our chisel tip glue pens that again we do have on the website, and they are fabulous. They are so easy for kind of just dragging that glue up towards yourself like so. Really, really simple to do. Okay, and then we can dunk that into the glitter. And if we turn that round, you will see you've got the most beautiful little glittery edge on that piece now. So what we're going to do is flip that over and we're going to pop some foam pads on the back of here. So of course, as always, I am using our 3D foam pads on a roll. They are absolutely amazing. They are brilliant. They're really nice and easy to peel off. They're a nice large size. If you're matting a large piece like this, it's not kind of too difficult to get the pieces together and all such like. Okay, so then you can see how that's all put together. So then I'm going to line that up on the bottom. We're going to just stick this down onto our card blank. Now I do like, oh, it's stuck a little bit quick there. I like to stand up when I stick these down because I like to make sure I kind of get them nice and central as much as I can. It's a little bit harder when I'm trying to show you all with the camera, but you can see how we've got that stuck on there now. And then I've taken one of the beautiful printed papers from the wedding collection paper pad, and we're just going to pop the foam pads onto the back of here. Like so. So this will be cut down to about 7 inches square. So I'm going to get stuck onto here. Okay, and then we're going to take a piece of our crystal white pearl card, and this is cut down to probably about 6.5 inches, this one, ready to go onto the front here. So what we're then going to do again is grab in our glitter. We're going to take a chisel tip glue pen and drag along each side. Like so, and just work all the way around there. Okay, what we're then going to do is flip this over and we'll stick it onto our card blank. So again, we're just going to use those 3D foam pads to stick this down. You can of course make your card as dimensional or as flat as you like. And then we're going to stick that down onto our base card, like so. Okay, what we're then going to do is take our gorgeous arch die. So this comes in a set. You get your bride and groom, and you also get some little elements as well. This is my sample set, so your set will come packed much nicer than this one. So what we're then going to do is take our gorgeous arch and we're going to die cut it out from some silver mirror card. I'm going to pop my arch down there, and then I'm going to take a little bit of low tack tape just to tape it in place. Now, as this is quite a detailed die, when I put this through my Gemini, I am going to use my magnetic shim in the side. So I'm going to use my base plate, I'm going to put my magnetic shim in, my plastic shim on top of there, my die with my card on top, and I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine like so. And then if I pull this in, you'll be able to see how we've then started to infill this with lots of pretty glitters and all such like. So I'm going to show you how to build up this beautiful 3D looking arch. So that is die cut out absolutely perfectly from that mirror card in just one pass through your die cutting machine. Okay, so what I'm then going to do is take my little pokey tool and just coax this out of the die. Little release holes. Let me just see if I can grab one. There we go. So you can see how beautifully that has then die cut out. It's such a pretty image, this one as well. And I don't necessarily think you just have to use this one for weddings. I think you could use it for other occasions as well. So what I'm going to do now is stick this onto my base card. So to do that, I'm just going to use a little bit of the art glitter, dries clear glue. I'm just going to work around adding that glue onto the image like so. Okay, and then we're going to grab in our base card. I'm going to stick that down so it's about central. And just stick that into place. We'll just take a couple of seconds just for that glue to grab. But once it has, it'll be stuck down nicely. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start and go in with some Sparkelicious glitters, and this is where it gets exciting. So we're going to start off by glittering in the main part of the arch. So to do that, I'm going in with my dry clear PVA. The glue stuck on the tip. There we go. Like so. Just infilling this part of the arch here. Like so. And then we're going to take our Diamante Sparkle glitter, which of course is gorgeous. I've got a little scoop in here, and we're just going to cover that with our glitter. So you can straight away start to see how that brings it to life. Okay, really, really pretty. And then next up, we're going to take our PVA glue and we're going to go in and infill in the centres of the little leaves, the other little bits of detail that we've got on here. Okay, and then I'm going to take my little scoop, take my Crystal Crush glitter, sprinkle that over the top. It's going to dry clear your glue, so please don't panic at this point. Looks a little bit scary, but once your glue dries down, it's going to look all beautiful and sparkly. So we're just going to work our way down the image, like so. Grab that Crystal Crush again, we're going to sprinkle it over the top and tap away the excess. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to take taken these little dies, and I've got them that I've already die cut. So I've taken these ones here and die cut them out, and I've die cut loads of the little flowers as well. And what we're going to do is start and overlay these onto the arch. So for example, we're going to pop this little one here, that little one over there. Okay, but what we're going to do before we pop those down is we're going to grab back in our piece of scrap paper and we're going to glitter these up. So to do this, we're going to do it in a really easy little cheats way. We're just going to scribble over the top with our chisel tip glue pen. Okay, and then we're going to take these little pieces and just dunk them into the glitter. She says if she can pick them up. There we go. That's that one done. And then we're going to do the same with this one. Pick it up very carefully. Like so. Okay, and what we're then going to do is take our little self-adhesive sparkles. So as you know, I do love these, they are fabulous. I'm going to just pop these into the centres of the flowers. Now I'm going to pop a little bit of PVA glue onto here because with sticking onto glitter, it's a little bit more challenging for the self-adhesive to grab. So what I'm going to do is just pick a couple of these up. Oh, flick that one across the table there. And there we go. Just start to pop these. Oops. Onto the base card like so. Okay, and then we're going to grab in some more foam pads and we're going to just trim down a little piece of foam. So, and we're going to pick these up and place them down onto the arch. Like so. Okay, and then we're going to take some of these little smaller ones as well and do the same with these. They're just a little bit fiddly to pick up. There we go. Right, so we're going to do the same with these ones. So we're going to take chisel tip glue pen, scribbly scribbly over the top. And then we're going to take our Crystallina glitter, not Crystallina, sorry, Crystal Crush. Too many crystals is the problem, isn't it? I'm going to dunk that one in there. Dunk this one into there. And then what we're going to do is start to layer up some of these just onto the tops here. So because these are a little bit smaller and a little bit more fiddly, I'm going to use my Pin Flare glue. I'm actually going to pop it into a little syringe. Just to make it a little bit easier to stick these on. So I'm going to put one here. I'm going to take my little self-adhesive sparkles. Okay. Again, we're popping that little blob of glue on just with sticking onto the it's going to go onto there. So just with sticking onto the glitter, just because it'll give the jewels a little bit more hold and grab. It's going to go onto there. I'm going to stick this one under here, like so, and then we're going to pop this little one just in the bottom corner down here. There we go. So you can see how that's starting to come together really, really prettily now. Then what we're going to do is just take the little smaller white flowers, and I've got these already die cut out. You do get a little die with loads of these on in the die set as well. So what I've got is, let me just lift the little bits and pieces out of here. I've got a load of these little flowers that we've already cut out. So what I'm going to do is take my little picky up tool. I'll just use my tweezers instead. Just take these and kind of just place them down onto the card. So all we've done is die cut these out of little scraps of crystal white pearl card. So a little bit there. So you can see how you can build these up, and then you can start and take one of your little sparkles, just pop that into the centre. And I know it's a little bit fiddly and a little bit time consuming doing this part, but honestly the results are so stunning. It's going to look beautiful once you've finished doing this. So it is totally worth spending that little bit of time just getting this part all nicely done. So then we're going to add we're going to add more of these flowers in. I might actually need to die cut a few more, I think. So I'm going to add a couple in here, one there, one here. There we go. And then we're going to take our little jewels again, stick these down. So you can see the difference between the side we've done and the side we haven't. So I'm going to grab a little piece of crystal white pearl card, and I'm going to grab my die, and I'm going to cut a couple more of these pieces out. So again, you're literally just going to pop your little die onto your card. Tape that in place and just run it through. Machine, this looks very dramatic using an A4 machine for a tiny little die, but it's so worth it for the finished result. Go. So I'll stick these ones on first, and then we'll probably have to die cut a few more for the next part. So again, you can just literally push these through, dead easy to do. There we go. Like so, and then we can just start to layer this up again. Again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. You literally just pop in these little flowers onto the card project. So, just layering this all up. Okay, and we'll cut a few more out, and we just keep doing this until we've got this full kind of arch completed. Okay, so that's that part, and then we'll do another little piece, and again, this is fab for using up all your little kind of scraps as well. Straight on there and run through the machine again. Again, take that away, take tape off the back, and then run that through again. And then lift that away. I might do one more, and then I think probably definitely have enough to finish it then. One more, run it through. Grab that at the other side, and we'll just push those out if we need them. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just finish filling in these little flowers. So we'll work down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. There we go, so just get this all layered up. Once you've got these cut out, it is quite quick and easy. It's quite quick to do, really. You're just getting a little system. And I'm going to grab a few more little sparkles just to go into these. Just drop these in. There we go. Okay, so you can see how gorgeous that then looks. So I'm going to pop that to one side. I'm going to start work on the bride and groom. So what I've done is take the bride and groom die, sorry. It's not a stamp, Chloe, it is a die. I'm going to die cut this out of some silver mirror card. So we'll just run that through our die cutting machine. I'm going to move this out of the way. And you can see what I'm doing, hopefully a little bit better. Okay. So that is all nice and die cut out there for you, ready to go. And then we're going to also take another piece and we're going to die cut this from crystal white pearl card. Now looking at the pressure that was in that sandwich, we don't really need the magnetic in, so I'm going to take that out. Go, run that through again. Okay, so we've got our little bride and groom die cut out here. Okay. So what we've then done once we've die cut that out is we've gone in and we've just snipped around the dress. So it's dead easy because you've got a line to follow. So you can just trim out the dress like so. Okay, I've got one that I've already done and I've got the suit done as well. So we've cut it out once from crystal white and snipped out the dress, and then we've cut it out again, but this time we've done it from onyx black pearl card and trimmed out the suit. Okay, like so. So then you can see how that starts to come together. So we're going to stick the dress down onto the die cut, like so. Okay, and we're going to stick his little suit trousers down as well. Okay, and then we're going to add a little bit of glitter onto our gown. So to do that, I'm just going to add in lots of little tiny dots of PVA and a few just around the neckline as well. And then I'm going to cover that with Crystal Crush glitter. Like so. Okay, and we're going to go in just again add little jewels into there. I'm going to do the same with his jacket, so we're going to go down and just add the little jewels into his jacket, and then we're going to stick that on with a little bit of pin flag glue. Want him to be dimensional but not too dimensional. There we go. So you can see how fab that looks. And then I've got the little bouquet here. So I'm going to stick the little bouquet on as well. Again, that's just been die cut from a bit of crystal white. Chop the top off and then we can stick that onto there. Okay, so you can see how fab they look. If we flip them over, we'll then be able to pop a couple of foam pads just onto the back here, ready to stick them down. Okay, that's then going to get stuck onto our base card. Like so, and you don't want them floating either. So what we're going to do is scribble underneath and then cover that with our Crystal Crush glitter again. Like so. Okay. And then we're going to go in and make it look a little bit like confetti in the background. So what we are going to do is we're going to go in and just add some tiny little dots just in the background. So we're going to do one lot to start with. Okay, and then we're going to take our Diamante Sparkle glitter. Sprinkle that over, tap away the excess. What you will find as well is you might get a little bit that clings with a little bit of static. So you can always just go back in and dust that off with a makeup brush once it's dry. But you can see how you can just go in, add in your little dots of glue. Sprinkle that over the top and tap away the excess. Okay, so you can see how that's starting to come together now. Then taken, these are, oh, let me bring this in, the flowers, which are from the Christmas Magnolia set again. And what we're going to do is layer these together. So I've done 3 of the small 3-petal and 3 of the medium. So you're going to pinch the petals down the middle on 2 and curl the petals up on 1. And then we're going to pop these together like so, ready to just sit in the top corner. So these have been stamped and embossed onto crystal white pearl paper, and then they've got some little dots of glue in the middle, and they've just been covered with Diamante Sparkle and a little bit of Crystal Crush. So again, we're just going to curl those petals between your finger and thumb, blob of glue gel in the middle, pull these up, add your glue to the centre and place that down. And we're just going to start and layer this all together. Like so. I'm going to add a little bit of glue into here. A little bit of glue into here. So this is some foliage from our Everyday Foliage stamp and die set. Okay. And then we're going to take a little jewel. So again, I'm going to use my Frosty Christmas Bling box. Put a little jewel there. I'm going to take 3 plain ones. So we're going to put a jewel in the middle of each of the flowers. Like so. Then we're going to add 3 little jewels down the side. Like so. And then I've taken the Congratulations from the Wedding Sentiment Builder, which is so fine. This die is absolutely gorgeous. I've just die cut that out. Pop a little bit of glue on the back. Okay, and then we're going to stick that down. She says, there we go. A little bit bit more glue on this section here, I think. Okay, then I'm going to flip that round, and because this is quite a fine one to stick, I'm going to just use a little bit of glue gel and then just drop across the bottom like so. And then you can see on the finished one, what I've done is stamped and embossed on your wedding day, which is also included in the wedding sentiment builder stamp and die set. So I really hope that you have enjoyed creating this project with me today. If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. All of the products that I've been using are linked in the description below, so please do have a little look. And of course you can shop them all online at www.chloescreativecards.co.uk. Thank you all so much for joining me today, and I really hope to see you again soon. Bye!